Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash Gorakshakar, and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Konexio HighFlyers. Friends, in these episodes, we talk to emerging companies from emerging sectors, and in this process, talk to the promoters of such companies. We talk to them about their business plans, their business journey, and their future prospects. And in this process, it helps us, understand the company's operations better. So today, friends, we've got a very interesting company from the auto component space, which is now going to hit the SME markets very soon. And the company's name is Thaai Casting Limited. It is based in Chennai, and we have the privilege and the pleasure of having the chairman and managing director of the company, Mr. Anandan Sriramulu. Anandan ji, thank you very much for sparing your valuable time with us today. I am quite sure that this small interaction will help us understand your company's operations much better for all our viewers.
Sir, good evening, sir.
So, Anandanji, now the first question which I want to ask you is very elementary. So, please excuse me, but we want to understand, the company's business model in a very simple way from you. And what is the positioning of Thai castings in the domestic automobile market? And how did this journey start? If you could tell us, something about your entrepreneurial journey. How did this business venture start? And, today we are, going to hit the capital markets. So, if you could add some color on that and start.
Yes, sir. We are into this dextering business past 30 years, sir. I have experience of past 3 decades. I have experience in this business. So here south, you know, Hyundai is a major automobile roller here, player in the south region, sir. One major our components goes to Hyundai components. See, my journey started. I did a CPET Institute, Plastic Engineering Technology, Tool Making and Tool Design. So after that, immediately I went to Japan for a scholarship, South Asia scholarship, more than a year. So I did tool making technology and polymer technology there. So do I speak? I speak Japanese also. So frequently. So after come back, then again I started my own die making facility only for the die casters. Slowly I started putting the die casting machines also to support them with the component die casting components. Then I started doing the machining also with the die casting component. I started putting CNC machines along with the die casting components. So I started doing die casting dies and die casting components and die casting machine. All the single package we started doing. From there, our journey started. So in between, we have struggled and the COVID. Definitely from the COVID onwards, definitely we have a good growth in the automobile industry. People have started thinking that public transport they avoided, then started moving with the own vehicles. So after COVID, really our business is in good positive growth, sir.
Right. So, Anandanji, now coming back to your business model, if you could tell us what are the key products the company makes? If you can tell us, all the different components which the company makes. And second question, which is related to this is which are your anchor, key customers which, the company currently caters to? If you could tell us something on that.
So we are doing major engine mounting components, transmission components, and steering wheel, steering gearbox components, and suspension components, cooling system in the cars, and EV vehicles, front axles and the rear axles, EV vehicle parts, battery boxes, battery coolings. Almost in the car, you name it, we are doing many of the components in the car requirements. And we have been approved by the Hyundai, Maruti. We have certified by the Hyundai SQ certified, Maruti Green certification we are having. Stellantis we have been approved. Toyota it has been approved, and there are many OEMs has been approved. We are directly OEM supplier for Summit tractors also. We are a supplier directly for Summit tractors, which is in Ranipet here. So tractors also all the aluminum component requirement I am doing for them, even the smaller to bigger.
Okay. And as far as Hyundai is concerned, are you the only supplier or basically there are two vendors? I just wanted to know what is the kind of contribution from Hyundai to our revenue? How big is the
So as a
customer there?
So I'm sorry. Hyundai practice is normally single window system, sir. You
Okay.
once one part number they developed, they will be getting the only from the single vendor, sir. They will not give
Okay.
one volume to different vendors, sir. So only single vendor will be supplying entire the model
Okay.
absolute. In the five
Okay.
years model, 5 years you will get the definitely business unless otherwise any problem you create. Otherwise you will get a clear business till the model absolute, sir.
Okay. So technically speaking, Anandanji, all the models which Hyundai makes, typically all our parts are present in all the Hyundai cars. Is my understanding right?
Almost all the Hyundai cars, my parts are there, sir.
Okay. And what about Maruti? Maruti business, how is this business shaping up
Maruti,
now?
we recently entered, sir. Past 1.5 year, we started with Maruti through Motherson Groups, and we are
Okay.
doing for Grand Vitara and Baleno, new Baleno.
Okay.
The two
Okay.
models we have entered, right? In future
Okay.
models, definitely will be in the place.
Okay. Okay. Now, Anandanji, now tell me one thing. Like you mentioned that you make most of the engine component, the steering systems in the cars. Now, going forward, is this product base going to go into higher end passenger cars, or are you looking at some other segments like pickup, category kind of small trucks? Is something on the cards where management is thinking that possibly we can diversify and enter into some other business segment also? If you could tell us something on that.
Yes, sir. Year on year, we are keep changing our business models and according to the market, we are changing, sir. We were doing up to 1 kg component till last year. Now we started doing up to 4.5 kg, and subsequently another couple of months we'll be doing around 8 kg component. So
Okay.
we are increasing our capacity and number of bigger components, sir. And we were only in the car segment. Now we are into Tata, those like whatever the pickup vehicles also we have entered in the pickup vehicles also, sir. And more than pickup vehicles, the medium segment of pickup vehicles also we have entered now. Tata and Ashok Leyland parts also we started supplying, sir. We are expanding
Okay.
our product base.
Okay. Understood. Anandanji, now tell me one thing broadly. If I were to ask you, what is the number of SKUs which we supply to all these, customers? Like in terms of SKUs, what could be the size of the SKU basket for our company? Just a broad number across categories like passenger cars, pickup vans. If you could give us a number, so we can understand what is the product bouquet, which you, manufacture for all these customers.
Almost we are doing automobile component 80%, 20% non-automotive also I'm doing, sir. For like Schindler, Hurting India, and Vaika,
Okay.
like all German products we are doing for them. Globally, India, globally also we are supplying for them. So
Okay.
out of 80% now slowly moving to the apart from car, passenger car vehicles, pickup vehicles, now recently increasing 10 to 15% that segment. Near future,
Okay.
definitely that will be another 20-25% will be the market share. My business
Okay.
share will be the other than passenger cars.
Okay. So now, Anandanji, one interesting question which comes from this conversation is that you said non-auto as well as auto. Non-auto is also going to increase significantly over the next say, couple of years. So tell me one thing: in both the segments, auto, non-auto, what is the kind of growth we can visualize for the next say 3 to 4 years? I mean, today we are in 23. In the next say 3 years, what is your sense? Without giving a specific number, in terms of what kind of top line you will record, but
So current year, our revenue growth will be from comparing to last year, will be. But
okay,
subsequent year, definitely we are planning for next year
okay.
because already many orders are in the pipeline. But subsequently, continual improvement every year on year, definitely 30. Our revenue growth definitely will be there, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I think Anandanji, now next question is, what is the kind of competitive intensity which we have in our business? Like for example, you said you got a virtual monopoly in Hyundai products because they have only one vendor category. But for other products like Maruti Suzuki or maybe Motherson Sumi, other companies, you are you expecting some competition to come in there? And secondly, most important thing, what is it that you can say is our competitive advantage? We have been in this market for a long period. Our quality of products is also well appreciated by the customers. So, in your own words, what could be the competitive advantage which we enjoy as a company with our customers, and that is why customers keep coming to us? So, in your words, if you share some qualitative points about the positives of our company, and you can tell our viewers so that we can understand your company better.
Sure, sir. So basically, our quality is our strength, sir. So we have every in-house capacity for entire our product validation. You name it, like X-ray, spectro, CNC, CMM, whatever it is, sir, everything we have in-house. State-of-art facility for qualifying the product we have in-house. There are less people are having entire in-house facility. They use for external facility. This is one of the major positive advantages. Then other than that, one roof solutions, sir. We do make a die making and then die casting and then CNC machining. These are the wonderful solution we are giving to them. That also we have been filtered with the many competitors. So these major advantages from the customer point of view that we are getting a
Okay.
good amount of business repeatedly. As a special process, we are doing induction running and steel machining also, which none of the
Okay.
company is having this combination. die casting with steel machining, and induction learning for wind and mobile JCB, caterpillars, and you name it, any earth moving vehicles. We are in the part of that in the reduction gearboxes. We do supply for Italian customers and then German customers. In the south, we are the only people supplying those components to them.
Okay. Okay. Oh, fine. I think Anandanji, now coming to your broad financials, numbers for FY23 plus for the first 7 months have been quite impressive. I was just seeing your prospectus, 49 crores last year. I think you did a post-tax profit of 5 crores. The first 7 months have been very encouraging. I think you've already recorded a top line of 49 crores and the profit after tax is 8.61 crores. The first question is, Anandanji, what has been the reason for this improvement in the first 7 months? Profitability has improved, the top line also has shown good growth. So, what have been the main reasons for this better number, and how do you see the outlook for the rest of the financial year, that is for FY24? If you could please share your
Yeah,
thoughts.
we have created our infrastructure last year itself to create a business for this year. So almost fixed cost we have covered almost last year major fixed costs. This year we just keep adding the machineries and we are getting the revenue top line and the good profit level we are increasing. Subsequently next year also definitely will be the good top line and then profitability will be there, sir. Because all the fixed cost maximum we have covered in the past.
Okay, okay, fine, understood. Now, Anandanji, coming to the working capital side of the business, auto component business is all about just in time, inventory plus, catering to the customers at the shortest possible notice. So tell me, what is the broad working capital cycle in our business? You cater to Hyundai, you cater to Maruti, you cater to a lot of other non-auto customers. So in our business, what is the broad
Our
working
work,
capital cycle? And do you feel this working capital cycle can be further tightened?
Our working capital cycle is around 80 to 85 days, sir. Our customer pays us in 45 to 60 days. Normally, all the
Okay.
automobile customers' payment is in prompt, sir. Definitely, on date it will be credited. Only we are doing many process in process casting machining. So we'll have a work in process always in good level, good amount. And then our finished products also we keep in stock inventory in our level to give the
Okay.
customer online supplies. Everyday supplies only we give. We cannot supply 2 days, 3 days supplies. We maintain inventory everything in house. Maximum
Okay.
80 days will be the our cycles.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Anandanji, tell me one thing. What is the broad, capex which you mentioned, 50 crores which you are going to take from the public issue money? When is this capex expected to be completed? If you could give us some idea.
Mostly in 3 months' time, my capex will be completed, sir. Because already in well in advance, most of the machine I have been placed an order. Some of the machine coming from Japan, mostly Japan. Few machines coming from German. Very little we are buying from locally, and then everything has been placed order. So once it will be exactly will be matched, sir. Machine delivery and
Okay.
then equipments.
Okay. Okay. Now, Anandanji, another important question is, from the investor point of view, you all have built a very good company with a very good product, category and having very good customers. Now you'll have public shareholders becoming your growth partners. So, in your assessment as a promoter, entrepreneur, what would be your broad message to the incoming shareholders? Obviously people come to obviously earn good returns, in the stock market. But as an entrepreneur, how would you reward them in the longer term? If you could share some message from your side.
I would say like this, definitely they are joining with the safe hands. So they will have a very good returns on the investment on this part. It is definitely it's a different type of industry. Totally, it is. Combination is totally different. We are doing for steel and aluminum and wind segment, automobile segment, in non-automotive segment. We have a combination. We have things we have created. So there is a
Okay.
very good growth in this segment. So definitely they
Okay.
will be happy that when they invest in this segment.
Okay. No, I understood. Last question, Anandanji. Now on the very important part of the business, like every business, has got certain risk attached. Obviously, COVID was an abnormal event, but in our business, what is the single most risk, and how have you managed this risk over the last few years? So, if you could share your thoughts here.
See, there is a risk in every business, sir. We keep move on strategy, move on the every risk. There was a earlier discussion. EV vehicles comes, what will be the automobile component? So EV vehicles require more aluminum components. So we came to know
Exactly.
there is requirement of more aluminum components. We switch over any common components which is required for EV and engine related components. We cater those type of components. So reduce the risk in that. And we are into various segment also in wind segment. Now wind India also going to be a huge 2030 Modi ji also announced there is a huge implementation of wind energy. So we are into wind and we are into earth moving. Construction industry growing like anything. We are into earth moving. So we have spread our risk factors.
Okay. Anyway, I think Anandanji, I think we got a lot of good information from you in this small interview. In fact, my best wishes to you, your entire management team, and best wishes for your forthcoming IP also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.